of our series, The Story Behind the Song. The first song that we're going to talk about is Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace was written by a gentleman by the name of John Newton, and he wrote the song in 1779. And part of his inspiration came from the book of Ephesians, chapter 1, verse 7. In him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sin according to the riches of his grace. And so between that and his mother had a big influence on him. In fact, John Newton, in some of his memoirs, was talking about the earliest memories were of his godly mother, he said, who despite fragile health devoted herself to nurturing his soul. At her knee, he memorized Bible passages and hymns, though she died when he was about 7 years old. He later recalled her tearful prayers for him. And so after his mom died, John started to sail the seas. During that time, there was a lot of most of the guys went out and started working with shipping and different things. Although his shipping was the slave trade, and so he was involved with the slave trade for quite some time. And he also writes this: more voyages, dangers, toils, and snares followed. It was a life unrivaled in fiction. Then, on the night of March 9th, 1748, John, who was 23 years old at the time, was jolted away by a brutal storm that descended too suddenly for the crew of the ship that he was on to foresee. The next day, in great peril, he cried to the Lord. He later wrote that 10th of March is a day of much remembered, and he has never suffered it to pass unnoticed since the year 1748. The Lord came from on high and delivered him out of the deep waters. The next several years, John's spiritual growth was very, very slow. But in the end, he became one of the most powerful evangelical preachers in British history. A powerful foe of slavery and an author of hundreds of hymns. A few things that you may not know is the original name for Amazing Grace was going to be Faith's Review and Expectation. And it is based on Newton's study of 1 Chronicles 17, 16 through 17, which says, King David said, "Who am I, O Lord God? And what is my house, that you have brought me this far? And yet you have also spoken of your servant's house for a great while to come, and have regarded me according to the rank of a man of high degree." And there is one verse that John wrote that is near the end of the song, which is usually omitted these days, but I will sing that verse for you. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow, the sun forbid to shine. And so that verse, the earth shall soon dissolve like snow, the sun forbears to shine, but God who called me here below shall be forever mine.